How's it going, everybody? Mid-season patch hit live yesterday and there are a few things I want to talk about. I will not go over every single change, so don't worry, it won't be a long drawn out video. A little reminder though, last year's patch that was released around this time, meaning right before E3, was, let's just say, a little bit of a mess. I totally understand that UB is busy with the E3 preparations, so let's cut them some slack. But this should also mean that we probably have a few undocumented changes in this patch. If you find something or need help testing something that you think you found, then feel free to join my Discord. We have a channel called Undocumented Changes. This is the perfect place for that. Link to the Discord is in the video description. If we find enough, I'll make an additional video. With that said, let's go straight into a change that was not announced but plays a big part in the stamina changes. The stamina drain on Raider's Stampede charge got lowered. It used to be 66 on a full run, but it's now 44. Well, it's 43 if you do it from a guard break for whatever reason, but we'll just overlook this for now. That is without hitting a wall. As you've seen, I tried for a while to find the perfect distance, but the most I could drain while still wall splatting is 43 on the running Stampede. Now, the knee drains 40 and the guaranteed stunning tap drains another 30. Just to clarify, the stunning tap is guaranteed on assassins and on static guard heroes that have their guard on the side while being grabbed. So we're looking at a total of 113 stamina that's been drained. The majority of the cast has a stamina pool of 120, so you're left with a whooping 7. This means that unless you are always full stamina against the Raider, you will most likely be out of stamina quite a bit. And people were calling it a nerf for stunning tap. In my opinion, this is quite a significant buff actually. Raider does have out of stamina pressure with his combo zone. A potential 50 damage hit is nothing to take lightly. Yeah, you won't be out of stamina as long, but is that really enough of a reason to give the character this huge amount of stamina drain? The change was made, well, at least we're assuming it was made for that reason. It was made because constantly being low stamina stifles offense. You can't really attack with low stamina or keep up any pressure for that matter. But at least you weren't put out of stamina all the time. Well, now you will. And while we're at the topic of stunning tap, people complain about the animation and it really looks messed up now. The spin is somehow gone. Really needs a closer look from the animators again. But moving on, when reading the patch notes, I initially thought that Lawbringer might now be a stamina bully as well, but it's not as bad as I thought. I really don't agree with the concept of normal attacks such as draining an obscene amount of stamina like Lawbringer's top heavies now. An 80 stamina drain on an unblockable that can easily hit in a gank. There are plenty of ways to guarantee an attack, even if it means damage reduction, but this is a massive amount of extra stamina drain. I mean, I kinda get it on Valkyrie's third light. 600 milliseconds in chain combo lights need something extra, and getting hit by it is basically your own fault, but draining 2/3 of an opponent's stamina with a single attack, who thought that was a good idea? It's just a frustrating experience. But the stamina drain on parry seems alright. The light parry only applies an extra 30, and on an impale after heavy parry, you basically regen stamina already while being dragged along. Well, yeah, the patch also changed how the out of stamina state now works. You can no longer drain someone's stamina while the person is out of stamina. All you can do is hold the regen. And here's something that kind of bothers me. The patch notes clearly stated that this will only be the case if the move had the property before. To make this short, every single bash except for 3 will halt your stamina regen. The 3 characters drawn on the short end of the stick are Warlord, Kensei and Valkyrie. Neither headbutt, pommel strike nor shield tackle stop stamina regen. This used to be a Viking specific thing. Looking back at release, none of the Viking bashes would halt the regen, but Vikings could unbalance with their throws if the opponent had a sliver left. Just like Raider and Warlord still can, but it was removed from the others. And Shaman and Highlander can halt the regen now. So why is such a relic of a design decision still in the game? What's the point of leaving these 3 characters with the old mechanic? Why was it even used in the rework? Aren't they bad enough already? Is it really too much to ask to bring them up to par with the rest of them? It shouldn't be news to anyone either. I complained about this last year when the stamina changes were released accidentally. There was just no reason to leave that in if you asked me. But enough about stamina. The patch notes said deflects were fixed, and they were. Side deflects now have the old 66 milliseconds active time again. This makes them slightly easier again, but still much harder than top deflects. For anyone hoping for the full 200 milliseconds, I think we'll never see that. The deflect frames end when the iframes start. Iframes have to take priority. Otherwise dodging unblockables and external attacks would just be a proper mess. They'd have to find a way for the game to differentiate what the character is dodging, which is probably something hard to do for the programmers. So yeah, don't keep your hopes up. The 66 millisecond window is probably as good as it gets. And I've already said it, the iframes start 166 milliseconds into the dodge again, up by 33 milliseconds. This means a buff to bash offense. A lot of people won't be particularly happy about that, but we'll probably see characters like Conqueror and Blackbriar move slightly up in the tier lists again. It was a little bit of a pain in the ass this time to get the numbers I really wanted, so I'm not 100% sure what they did to make this change work. I can't say whether they reverted it back or did something else. Maybe they crowbarred something in. It definitely warrants a closer look, and I wouldn't be surprised if some weird shit turned up all of a sudden. So yeah, if you experience anything along those lines, please feel free to share it with the rest of us. With that said, I hope the video was helpful. Thanks for watching. Laters everybody.